What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wynter Essentials, episode 5. For those that may not know, I go by the name of DJ Wynter. Here are my co-hosts.
DP.
DP, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Let's get on right into it.
Let's get it.
And is this your first time joining us? Y'all would know, well, y'all wouldn't know, that we start every segment off with the warm-up. The warm-up is where we talk about topics that have the culture in the chokehold. Coming in hot with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg announced that he is giving up smoke, you know what I'm saying? And it had everybody just, you know, in a frenzy, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because we were just like, what the fuck? Because what's weed without Snoop Dogg and what's Snoop Dogg without weed? You know what I mean?
You know what? I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that is kind of different. Like, what would be weed without Snoop?
You feel me? No, real shit. So, but coming to find out that it was all just a what was it, a marketing strategy.
It was a play.
It was just a plan and a play, and you know, because I was just hoping that the shit just was elective and not like he was forced to do this. You know what I'm saying? Due to like health concerns or anything like that. So it's good to know that my man's is still gonna be blowing on green.
No, that's a fact. And Snoop, he kind of like shit. He fooled me low key because
me too.
I was like, damn, you know, okay, you know, maybe I'm a reconsider, but at his age though. You know, like that's where I was at with it, and I was like, okay, I could see myself being his age, like probably like off the tree, you know. And then he had other artists like giving statements saying, you know what, after this, I'm gonna quit too. Like I think I'm gonna stop smoking too.
Right.
You know, so the power of influence,
it's crazy.
Is there.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie.
Whatever you promoting.
Nah, for real, nigga. It had me reconsidering, nigga. You know, I ain't smoked all week until yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Today Monday. Well, shit, I ain't smoked all last week until Sunday. You feel me? That's what I meant, nigga. But shout out to Snoop Dogg. I'm glad you still on the green. Next on the warm-up, we got Cassie.
Yeah.
Filed a $30 million lawsuit against music mogul Sean Combs. Y'all may know him as P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Brother Love, whatever you know the nigga as. She accused the nigga of rape and physical abuse, which we just don't condone at all. But you know what makes the situation intriguing, DP, is the fact that like how swiftly Diddy moved on this and was willing to reach a settlement with Cassie. And it doesn't imply that he's saying that he's guilty, but it also ain't saying that he's not guilty. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't know what the amount they settled on, but hopefully, you know, I definitely think it was over $30 million. But the shit is just fishy to me. I don't know, bro. I really don't know what to believe. You know, Aubrey from Danity Kane, I think what was it, like a year or two ago, basically tried to put us on game and just basically, she implied that Diddy was a monster, essentially, that he verbally abused her. He, you know, manipulates people under his influence. So when the lawsuit came out that Cassie was filing it, she basically was just like, I told y'all so, in so many words. I kind of have a weird feeling we gonna see like another one of our legends go on a downward spiral like we witnessed R. Kelly with Diddy. Cause not niggas, a lot of people ain't fucking with Diddy. I forgot the girl. She took his name out the lyrics of her song. It was just posted on the Shade Room. What's you know what song I'm talking about?
I was trying to say Cashmere. Yeah, Kesha. There we go.
Yeah. Right. What's your take on it, D?
You know, I just feel like Diddy. Well, this isn't like criminal charges, right? He would just be held like liable in the civil case, right? So the guilty verdict, you know, all of this is kind of hearsay right now, right? But like, let's just kind of go through what Cassie documented in her statement, right? Which was very drawn out.
I didn't want to take it there, but shit, since we taking it there, let's go ahead. Yeah, that like shit was crazy. Yeah.
It was like in depth, and it was calculated, and it was to where she was strategic and kind of knew exactly what she was doing.
Right.
With the like painting a picture.
Right.
She didn't just say Diddy is a bad person and, you know, he treated me badly. And no, she gave out very descriptive details and moments that they went through, allegedly, right? And I think with that kind of like scared Diddy to where it was like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? She really gonna take it this far. And I think
he don't want more skeletons to come out.
Well, you know what? I think Cassie, she, you know, even though people are giving her a lot of backlash for settling, and, you know, whatever type of punishment a victim want to give their alleged abuser, I guess we can't necessarily be mad at it, right? Because they're the ones that went through that pain, that experience, whatever that they went through, right? So
Right.
whatever she felt, was
How she wanted to handle it. Yeah.
her. These are the way that she took care of it. If that was money,
Do you think it was a
then,
money play though?
You know what? I feel like it can be a lot of things, right? But I think also the way that she painted this case, because like she didn't just name Diddy, she named people that were like close to him. She named people within his camp to where like they would have to know, or would be believable up to the things that she went through or what she endured, because they still work for Diddy till this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she knew what she was doing and she went after it the way that she did.
But what I'm just trying to figure out is just why now?
You know what? It could be a lot of things, right?
You know what I mean? Or like it just don't make sense.
She in the very first like few paragraphs that they wrote in that document, it said something to where he had congratulated her on his achievement award. And
He did. We all saw
said,
that.
Like, thank you. And I guess that kind of
Triggered her?
probably triggered her to where it was like, okay,
because he implied that what she was with him, like she stayed down with him through a very dark time, and like he was just like love. I remember that. Wasn't that at the BET Awards?
That it was something wherever he was getting the Lifetime Achievement Award at, and the trainer was also in Diddy's camp, which is her boyfriend or
her husband.
fiance or husband now,
right?
And he was already throwing shots at Diddy on the internet, like subliminally, right. So I think Cassie, for her to do this, like it took a level of courage for her to go ahead and pursue. And but I don't also think that a victim is necessarily innocent either, right? I mean, and I don't like, I think Cassie is a victim, but I think she may have also
played a role.
I think she also may have had created other victims with her dealings throughout with Diddy, and she probably didn't want all of that to be woken up either, because it's three sides to every story, right?
Take two to tango, right?
And so I do believe like a lot of that could have happened, and I do believe also a lot of other stuff happened to where Cassie could have possibly, kind of created something to where she would be now a suspect in other cases if more people were to come out and say other stuff too.
Wow, that's deep. So that's why. But see, that's why I feel like, I'm just starting to feel like it was a money play, bro. Like I really do. I really feel like it was a money.
I mean, I don't know. Diddy signed her to a 10-album deal, which I thought was crazy too. Because we only got, I don't think we damn near got 10.
But my thing is just like, bro, why would she consent to all that? Like, why would she be willing to do that?
That's the thing. And I mean, we really
because that shit don't make no sense.
You know what? She also said that she had cried the first time that Diddy kissed her. It was something in there that she wrote to where it was like, it was forced. So I felt like she probably felt, since this guy, I'm signed to him, this is my label, like he has my fate in his hands. Like wherever I'm gonna go, it's up to him. So she probably felt in a way where it's like, I don't know. But I think for her to come out now and say it, I don't think it was just behind money. I just think it was like, you played with me, and I'm gonna get my lick back. Yeah,
that's deep. I don't know. And then the part that like just threw me just completely for a loop was just like him forcing her to have sex with prostitutes. That's crazy, bro. Like I don't know. The math ain't math, and the shit just don't make sense. And
but she was very descriptive.
That's what I'm saying. That. Yeah.
So and I wonder the sex workers or the prostitutes that he had hired, will they ever come out? Or what I'm saying, and kind of give their side of the story.
What I'm also curious, not to cut you off, I'm also curious to see how this affects Young Miami's brand. Like, I'm curious to see, like, what is her stance going to be on this? Like,
Young Miami don't know nobody's shit.
She don't, but at the end of the day, people are, you know what I'm saying? People, if she stands by that nigga, holding signs in the crowd, love, what was her saying? Love daddy, congratulations daddy, all that. Like, people going to look at her crazy.
You know what? people look at Nicki crazy because of her brother's past and her husband's past, right?
But people give her a pass because that's Nicki Minaj, nigga. You can't compare Young Miami to Nicki Minaj.
I'm not necessarily comparing them like in that way, but what I'm saying is that when you have other people attached to you from their alleged, past, what does that really have to do? I mean, well, morally, I guess people could be like, why you fucking with this person or, whatever. But when it comes to like owing somebody an explanation about it, I think she shouldn't be persuaded either way to fuck with them or to not fuck with them.
Yeah, I just don't see them popping out no time soon. I don't see Diddy doing anything for like the next 2 years. Like that nigga gonna have to
Ain't he
stay.
promoting a movie?
He can't promote that. It's over for that, bro.
Yeah, I think if a show
it's a wrap.
Woke up some stuff. But,
nah, for real. But we just praying for all parties. The shit just don't make sense, but that shit is just crazy.
Yeah.
What's next on the warm up, DP? What we got?
Next we got Lil Wayne and the Fugees, right? Lil Wayne did a freestyle at one of the shows where the Fugees opened up.
Right, they brought him out. It's just like I feel like Wayne just always gives us like 2 to 3 moments or verses a year where it's just like, damn, bro, you are the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. That nigga said, what did he say? He said, I look like a fiend, but in the hood, I'm a king. That's a bar. You feel me? Like,
nah, we know the nigga got bars.
The nigga got bars, and like he just, I don't know, it's just always unexpected. And then his verse on Brand New, we've already covered that. Like, I'm just hoping that this was just
his verse on How We Roll, that was fire too. Like when he did that remix with Sierra and Chris Brown.
I haven't even heard it. And I do need to listen to his new album with 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I was going to say Pressure. That's the song.
Yeah, the song is called Pressure. I heard that, but I think it's Collie Girl too. I think so. Allison, what's it? Welcome to Collie Girl. Okay, so I definitely got to listen to that because them niggas is 2 staples in our culture. So if y'all haven't seen Lil Wayne's freestyle with Lauryn Hill and the Fugees over the Ready or Not instrumental, be sure to check that out. And that was it for the warm-up. Moving on next to Essential Sports Report. Man, hey, the NBA just been cracking lately. Draymond Green out here putting niggas in a headlock. And I just want people to just stop, sending so many strays to my nigga Draymond because it's like all he was doing was sticking up for his teammate, man, because if you look closely at the video, man, Rudy Gobert had Klay Thompson damn near in the headlock, so he saw that, and the nigga just stood on business. Yeah. And I just feel like him being suspended for 5 games is a little excessive, bro. The NBA is becoming soft. Allow these niggas to show passion. That's what creates views. That's what creates revenue. Like, because as fans, we want to see that. We don't want to see niggas playing without no passion. That's boring.
I mean, yeah, it's not like street ball back in the day, right? Like where niggas was swinging on the court. Like if something went wrong, like I don't even think these niggas even swung on each other. They was kind of like pulling jerseys and in a tangle. You know what I'm saying?
But look, real
Klay Thompson.
Go ahead.
No, I was just finna say like his jersey was like ripped, almost damn near all the way off.
Right.
And that nigga had like a big scratch on his neck from what was that, Jaden McDaniels?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, but what was Draymond supposed to do? And if anything, if I'm Klay Thompson, I'm paying that nigga fine. I'm giving him whatever he lost throughout the suspensions because, nigga, you have my back. That's what you're supposed to do as a teammate. Now, if you look at Karl Anthony Towns, he was standing right there when Draymond had Rudy Gobert in a headlock and didn't do shit. I would need his hands if that's my teammate because, like, nigga, you got to go to war for me. Nigga, you see me in a headlock, nigga, you not standing on business.
But by that time, like, the rest, everybody came in, like, very quick.
Nah, nigga, Draymond had that nigga in the headlock for at least 45 seconds.
Like, but you see, like, Dre, like, I think he really was just going after Gobert. Like,
he definitely don't like Gobert. He think Gobert a mark. Yeah.
As soon as he seen him, like, go over there, that nigga was like,
this is my opportunity.
Yeah, like, nigga, I wish you would. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But, I think the NBA, they kind of do allow them to play with passion. I think Draymond, he's used to paying fines, right?
Yeah, so it ain't nothing new. But this is like, man, easy on my nigga Draymond, bro. That's a first ballot Hall of Famer, 4-time NBA champion, Defensive Player of the Year. It's like, man, that nigga, he's the Dennis Rodman of our generation. Let that nigga play. You feel me?
Yeah.
So easy on the Draymond strays over here. Facts. Free Draymond, homie. Facts. Free Draymond. Yeah. Next on Essential Sports Report. Now, the Clippers recently acquired shit, it seemed like the whole LAUSD. Everybody from LAUSD is on that motherfucking team.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, now James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
And since acquired, them niggas been struggling. You know, I think they might have won tonight, so they might be 2-4 since acquiring James Harden. It's just, my thing is, them niggas, like, I just don't understand what GMs be thinking nowadays because they just be making, like, common sense ain't common, bro. Like, why would you trade away all your youth and your entire depth of your roster for one player or with two players, James Harden and PJ Tucker? Both them niggas, PJ Tucker really is past his prime. That nigga 38. James Harden, he's still in his prime, but he getting close to becoming just like a guy. You know what I mean? I'm not really sold on him. I think Ty Lue has his hands full because one thing about James Harden, we all know, shit, the nigga just kind of brings toxic ways to a team. You feel me? Like, something is just always going on with James. If, you know, he give a team about like 90 days, and if them niggas ain't do something to his like within 90 days, he trying to get the fuck up out of there. So now it's just going to be interesting to see him back at home, and I'm just curious to see if he kind of just shows any signs of loyalty to the Clippers franchise.
You know what? I'm actually happy for the Clippers this year. I think they've always been treated kind of like that stepchild of LA, and I just see a lot of great things happening for the Clippers.
Like what?
Like with the new stadium being built. They got
Nigga, that's great for Inglewood.
All-star lineup, you know, to where they actually got star players on their team. People excited to see what they're going to do. I think the Clippers is on their way to having, you know, a great year. And but you know, you always get in the phase in the first like, you know, beginning trying to figure out how is this going to work. You know what I'm saying? They're all trying to adjust and figure out, okay, we got this team, so how are we going to like maximize and really like take it to the next level and win a championship? I think if the Clippers go all the way, shit, I'm here for it.
Wow, that's crazy, nigga. God bless you.
I want to see good things happen for the Clippers. I think this is.
Nigga, are you a Laker fan or a Clipper fan?
I'm a Laker fan for sure, but I mean, nigga, I want to be a Clipper fan.
That is like, who the fuck wants to be a Clipper fan? That is crazy.
Nigga, they from LA, like, you know what I'm saying? So and they got all that shit going on. I'm excited for the Clippers.
I'm gonna tell you this, nigga. The Clippers, if anything, gonna be a 7th or 8th seed this year. They are not gonna be anything past that, bro, because they need a training camp for them niggas to gel. You know what I mean? Figuring that shit out on the fly is crazy, even though it's young in the season. But, bro, like, that shit is tough. You saw what happened to Phoenix last year. You know what I mean? Once they traded for KD, everybody thought them niggas was just going to go all the way. Nah, nigga, like, you need an actual training camp to install fucking systems, to understand systems so people understand their roles. Like, it's just a lot of variables that go into that. And I just don't see them niggas being anything better than the AFC. And if anything, I think they're more vulnerable now after the trade than they were before the trade.
Well, shit, I hope the Clippers prove you wrong, nigga. And you know what I'm saying? They become one of LA's premier teams.
Man, fuck the Clippers. All right, next, the Las Vegas Raiders have tentatively handed over the keys to the franchise to Compton's very own Antonio Pierce. Shout out to that. You know what I mean? Black head coach from Compton.
Yeah.
And I really feel like they found their guy, man, because since taking over, they've gone 2-1. They lost a close game this past Sunday to the Miami Dolphins. However, the nigga still has them prepared to play, and he's doing all this, bro, with a rookie quarterback, which is just impressive to me.
Yeah.
So shout out to Antonio Pierce. I feel like this is shit. I feel like the Raiders just found their guy. And you know, it's a funny story. The last time the Raiders hired a linebacker coach as their interim head coach, it turned out to be their greatest coach of all time, which was John Madden. Crazy.
John Madden, legend, yeah.
Legend. So Antonio Pierce, he got big shoes to fill, but I really feel like he is the guy, and I really just hope Mark Davis just lets him just, you know, just kind of just hand him over the position permanently, bro.
Yeah, nah, and I think that's definitely in his future. You know, I just shout out to the NFL for making these kind of strides. I think it's very monumental, especially looking at the Las Vegas Raiders and like they're just a leadership team, right? We have Antonio Pierce. He's the head coach.
Champ Kelly, the
and
GM.
Then, exactly, the GM, and then the president is even black. So, you know, I mean, I think that within his own is great.
Right.
Seeing that come out and flourish. And then Jack Jones, right? He just recently left the Patriots.
And signed with the
and
Raiders.
signed with the Raiders. And
Long Beach Poly.
Exactly. He worked with Antonio Pierce. He taught him, while he was a
At
child.
at Long Beach Poly. Then he coached him at Arizona State as well, too. Now he's playing for him in the NFL. That's crazy.
See, exactly.
Talk about testimony.
Yeah, so I think that all of that, I fuck with the story. I fuck with that come up. So I'm here for what the Raiders are doing.
Nah, hell yeah. And even though we lost this Sunday, y'all, we still, I'm going out on a limb. We gonna beat the Kansas City Chiefs next Sunday.
You gotta speak that shit into existence.
Yeah, nigga, we gonna manifest that shit right now. And that was it for Essential Sports Report. Next, we have...
we got Pull Your Card.
Oh, shit.
Your card. This is where we pretty much judge your behavior in the media, and we go by the grade school system, and give you your rating on that. We have red, meaning you fucked up, you failed. We have yellow, meaning that you could have got red, but it was something that we resonated with. And then we have green, meaning that you nailed it. You did the assignment, right?
You understood this. That nigga said you nailed it. This nigga DP is crazy.
So now we got Northwest.
My favorite. She's my favorite.
I really, shout out to North.
For real.
Kim Kardashian did an interview with GQ. She's on their latest issue.
Right.
And pretty much she was telling the story about North, of course. And in that, she was telling them about how North has a lemonade stand. And, shout out to North. She's only 10 years old, and she's already
grinding,
out there showing what it is to
get yours,
get your money. And so I think she understands economics very well, because she will charge, like, her mother friends. She'll charge them $20, and then people that she don't know, or random people that stop by, she only charged them $2. Wow. And I think that's fucking brilliant.
That is. Shout out to North. That is.
She knows her mother's crowd. You know what I'm saying? She know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. So, and she gonna let them know I ain't got no change. You know what I'm saying? Some people may look at that like, she lying, whatever. Nah, I think, she just is very smart, and she understands what politics is and what the culture is, and she know that y'all got it, so she want to keep y'all money, and she splits it with her homegirls that help her do the lemonade. So I think that's very
shout out to North for doing that. Yeah. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
We got a green card this week for Northwest and her lemonade stand. Shout out to that.
Hey, man, but shout out to us giving, you know what I'm saying, cards and grading kids. That is crazy. But North is definitely Ye's child. She's already, like you said, already understand economics, and she just already standing on business.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
Man, we have now playing.
Yeah.
Because what's a playlist without the right essentials? You feel me? Coming in hot with Rosemarie featuring Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
Is It Real? I don't even know how I came across this song. The shit just randomly just popped up on my Apple, my phone.
At the top of your screen.
It's just crazy. Like, it was just like, I just knew I needed to hear this shit. But it was super dope. Roddy, sets the tone at the beginning of the song with his melodic sound that we all known to love here in LA. So that was super encouraging from a Roddy Ricch standpoint, because I feel like he's kind of getting back to his old self, like to what we love. Just music with substance, kind of like you call it pain music, right? And then we have Rosemarie, where she just, her soulful sound, and then like her pen, the two just, I don't know, they just complemented each other so well. The song is just a gem and a silent banger, and I feel like it should be on everybody's playlist right now.
Yeah, when I first heard the song, I was like, okay, I was really happy to see Rosemarie get her shine, because I know she was signed with Bird
Vision.
Yeah. She's been signed with them for some time.
Right.
And she's finally getting her shot. And I think with Roddy being on this single, of course, is going to help her and kind of elevate her to others, so they can see the type of sound she got, the type of pen she has, all of that. And I think the main thing, though, is her really just being kind of like that vessel for Roddy, to where she's not allowing him, because it should be an honor for her to jump on this track. I mean, for
Yeah, I was
Roddy
about
to
to
jump
say,
on this
wait,
track,
hold
but
on, my nigga.
it's kind of like, I think, helping Roddy with his creative process. And when we actually hear some music from Roddy, I think is going to be the sound that we like to hear from Roddy.
I hope so. I really do.
Just by hearing this single, I thought that Roddy is kind of getting back to what
Exactly.
we know him to be. And I think if he adds elements of that within his music, because I don't want to, like, stop or like hinder his growth of him as an artist, of what he's doing. I think everybody is in a different space as they elevate and they create, right?
Mhm.
But we know him for that that struggle,
That pain music,
like,
yeah.
and even though he might not still be in that same spot, right? He still can add that type of sound into his new music today, and that's what I'm hoping that we get.
Right, me too. And I just feel like that's what we all been begging for.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shit. You know what I mean? Because the last few projects that he put out has just been awful, in my opinion. It's been hard for me to listen to them all the way through. But
Yeah.
I don't want to take away the shine from Rosemarie
Right.
on her hit single, Is It Real, featuring Roddy Ricch. Be sure to check that out right here, link below. Next on Now Playing, we have Chris Brown,
Oh, yeah.
Press Me,
Yep.
off of his new album released on 11/11, titled 11/11. This song has a sample from what's the nigga name? Baby Bash,
Bash,
featuring
Akon.
Akon, Baby I'm Back.
Yep.
And I don't know, just listen to this album. This song stood out to me the most because how well it was written. The chorus, like, listen to this, it's like it's hard for you not to dance. Like, you know what I mean? Or just not. It's just happy music.
That's
And
Chris Brown.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, this is what we've all known Chris Brown to be. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And it just seems like he's just in a better headspace. Like, I could just tell the way he like orchestrated this album and just this song. I don't know. I'm just happy to hear him make music that we all have grown to love him for. Does that make sense?
No, I feel you. And like, depressed me when I first heard it. It immediately rung that bell in my head of the Baby Bash song, because that was like just a nostalgic moment right there.
Right, that
You know
definitely
what
took
I'm
it
saying?
in
And
ringtone
then
days.
I think Chris Brown did a great sample with that and turned it into his own. I thought it was fire. And then I like the way that because we didn't really get no promo for this album like that. At least from Chris Brown, he hasn't really promoted anything that he has put out, and he's just dropping music. And I think that is great, right? But I wonder, why is he doing it? Because is it because he doesn't want the blogs and things to pick it up, and then they turn it into something negative, or try to create like their narrative behind it because
To ruin his album sales.
people don't like him? You know what I'm saying? I think the way that he's moving like a living legend.
I love that.
And I fuck with that. Even despite, like, I may not agree with all of the actions that Chris has done.
But the nigga's human,
I
bro.
think, exactly. And I definitely commend him for, like, his growth. You can kind of see it within his demeanor. You can see it within his music.
Exactly.
You can just see it all around, and like how he's even like talking about his music. I really fuck with that. The opening song that he has on his album. It's called, I think, Angels, or something like that.
What's it called, Allison?
Angel Numbers. Yeah. And I thought that song was written it's like two songs. It's Angel Numbers, and then it's 10 Toes Down. And 10 Toes Down, that shit is fire.
Yeah, it is fire.
I think the way that
Y'all read my mind.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say next. Like, that was my second favorite song, was 10 Toes Down. And then also followed up with that feature. That song, is it called That's On You?
What You Do, or something like that?
Nah, That's On You, right?
That's On You, yeah.
That's On You
like
is
that.
crazy, bro. That's On You is really
I heard
wild.
him and Future make better songs, so that's why I wasn't too...
Are you serious?
Yeah, him and Future make great songs.
No, they do, but this song was... Nigga, this song was a banger.
fuck with
Future
it,
verse was crazy.
Yeah.
But, I just want to piggyback off what you just said. Like, I do feel like Chris Brown is carrying himself as if he knows he's him now, finally, when we've all wanted him to just kind of like carry himself maturely. You know what I'm saying? So he's just not making adolescent mistakes. And, bro, I just want niggas, the culture, to just appreciate Chris Brown while we have him in his prime, man. Like, you know, because he's the closest thing we will ever see to Michael Jackson. And you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Usher, you performing at the Super Bowl, how iconic would it be if Usher brought out Chris Brown?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Wouldn't that be crazy? Just think
think
about that.
I think that would be crazy, but I also wouldn't want to take away like Usher's light too.
But it's not. But Usher's the OG, and Chris
Facts.
Brown looked up to Usher.
Yeah.
Usher's like his big brother.
No,
right?
I get what
So
you're saying.
like I feel like he has the opportunity to really just kind of change the narrative on Chris Brown and give him that big platform and give him that chance for an iconic performance that we all are begging to see from Chris Brown. And it's not taken away. If anything, it's gonna make Usher look like that nigga.
Yeah.
Because like nigga, you brought out Chris Brown.
But we already know, like, you know, the streets don't really fuck with Chris Brown like that.
What streets?
The masses don't really fuck with Chris Brown. I mean, I think the streets do fuck with him.
Right.
Chris Brown says that the streets don't fuck with him like they used to, and I do kind of see where that is taking a shift.
Because
right?
his
I
music
don't think he lost them all the way there yet, but it is taking a shift. But the masses though, like they've canceled him. You know, so him going on the stage like the Super Bowl, I'm not quite sure how the masses would really respond to that.
Shit, I think it would be phenomenal, and I think the masses would respond. I think niggas would love. I think everybody would be happy to see that. I genuinely do.
Yeah, but a lot of people, you got to think about like that shit from Rihanna still affects him to this day. Like with his business dealings and being like we seen it with the AMAs, right? How they had canceled him from the AMAs.
And I haven't watched the AMA since.
Set up and all of that. Like, you know, so I think if he took it to, I don't know if they would want Chris Brown on that stage just yet.
Man,
but not saying he don't deserve it.
Right.
I think he for sure deserves it. But I just think they would look at it in a way to where
I just feel like Usher would be a real nigga if he did that. Cause that just shows a secure artist. Like, yeah, nigga, he great, but I'm great. I brought this nigga out the Super Bowl. I don't know, but check out Chris Brown's new. Is it a single? No, or new song. New song on his newest album, 11:11, called "Press Me." Shit is a banger. Check out the link below. Last but not least, on Now Playing, we have Drake, "You Broke My Heart." Yeah. And, you know, it's just crazy how just manipulative Drake is. You know what I'm saying? Because he just came out and said he was going on a hiatus from music. The nigga's stomach hurt. He got to get his stomach right. And all of a sudden, he announced For All the Dogs Scary Edition. And he, you know, with the addition of 6 new songs, which are all just phenomenal. But the "You Broke My Heart" stood out to me the most because, I don't know, I just love when Drake is just in his petty bag. I just feel like that's when he has the most fun in the studio. And then one bar on that song was, "How can I expect you to know your place when you don't even have your damn place? You don't even have it. Wait, how can I expect you?" What was it again?
How can I respect?
How can I expect someone who never had their own place to know their damn place? Yeah. That is a bar. You know what I mean? And there's just so many. It's just super subtle.
Yeah.
And that shit is gonna be on every newly single female, every newly single male Instagram. That's just gonna be the song that motherfuckers just go to fresh out of a breakup, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, nah, I think Drake definitely did his big one with "You Broke My Heart." The whole, what was that? We got a total of 6?
Yeah, 6 new songs.
Yeah, six new songs. And they were what everybody was asking for, right? The nigga rapping.
Exactly. And that's what I thought it was going to be.
He delivered. He definitely delivered on every song. But like you said, "You Broke My Heart" was really one of them ones. And Drake, he knows the perfect thing to say with any situation that you may be like going through. You know, and I was working out to "You Broke My Heart," and that like shit really just served as fucking motivation music, as like while you in the gym, because it's like really like what you mean, yeah, fuck my ex, like fuck, like you know, you just hear that shit. Like,
that's when I feel like he's in, like he's really in a happy place in the studio when he makes songs like that. Because what was that other song that he made for the females? Nothing. What's that song called, Allison? Nothing, not nothing was the same, but
it got that sample that
the sample of the
care for me,
care for me.
What's that girl?
Damn for me. Cause that was an anthem for females that really just basically like it's so many words.
Nice for what?
Nice for what? Yeah, cause he's just like, you don't really need a nigga for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought he does. He's phenomenal with women anthems and like I don't know. I just feel like he might have recorded this shit. Remember that time where the video came out when he was on tour? It was all a blur tour. What's the name of the tour? Is that
the last? Yeah, that was the last.
Yeah, the last tour. Is that what J. Cole is coming up? It was all a blur tour.
I think this one is the blur tour. Huh? Wait, they're both the same. It's like a continuation.
Yeah, it's a continuation. Yeah, but somebody in the crowd said, "My girlfriend broke up with me because I'm here. I used all my savings to be here." And then Drake was just like,
he gave him $50K.
He gave him $50K, and he was just like, "Fuck that bitch." And he had everybody chant, "Fuck my ex."
Yeah,
And
so
now,
that nigga Drake know what he doing.
He know what he doing. He's a genius. So if y'all have not heard, what's the name of the song again?
You Broke My Heart?
Drake, You Broke My Heart. Check it out right here, right now. That definitely deserves to be in your playlist. Link below. Last but not least, on Wynter Essentials, we got Who Got It On, DP. You know, our whole show is my favorite, but this shit is just my favorite, man. My favorite segment, dog. You know what I mean? But this week on Who Got It On, coming in hot, we got OBJ. OBJ popped out in a leather suit for his, not like a leather two-piece, like a leather vest and leather pants.
Yeah.
But really, what stood out to me was them Celine boots, nigga. Them Celine boots was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And OBJ has consistently been a staple in the culture for keeping that shit on and off the field. I don't know if you seen this nigga on the field. Nigga, he is the coldest nigga on the field as far as just how he look on the field is crazy. Off the field, he keep that shit on. So I just thought the simplicity of this birthday fit was hard as fuck.
Yeah, no, I think he definitely didn't overdo it. Like, I think minimal is always best, right?
Right.
And that's the key to simplicity, and that when you don't try too hard, I think, like, that's when you give off some of your best looks. And, I thought his birthday fit was fire.
Yeah, that shit was fire as fuck. So this week on Who Got It On, we got OBJ. Now, for Who Got It On, hold that L edition for a person that didn't understand the assignment. We got Lakers forward Rui Hachimura, who recently just signed a 3-year, $51 million contract extension. You would think this nigga would hire a stylist. But it's apparent that he's not. Like, I don't know what he had on. He had on, like, some, like, stripe print and then camouflage and then, like, I don't know what type of shoes he had on, but this shit was just, like, I got dizzy looking at the nigga.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the print thing like that shit is wild. Like, you know,
like, I just didn't understand that. Like, LeBron, help your nigga out.
I mean, shit. I don't even think he should go to LeBron for help. I think that nigga should just wake up and start giving a fuck. You know?
Wake up and start giving a fuck is fucking crazy.
But I think, but some people really don't give a fuck when it comes to, what they wear to the games. But the NBA is kind of making that, like, a part of their brand now.
But my nigga, wait, first and foremost, bro, what's up with you and these strays at LeBron James and his sense of fashion, my nigga? Like, you acting like LeBron ain't the flyest nigga in the NBA. Who's flyer than LeBron James in the NBA, nigga?
In the NBA? Shit.
LeBron James.
I mean, LeBron's cool. I think, Russell Westbrook, he obviously... knows what I don't necessarily like everything that he wears, but I fuck with his fashion line.
Honor the gift, yeah, that's different. But what he wears.
Who else? I think Paul George sometimes.
Paul George? Man, good night.
Nah.
Good night, nigga. This nigga crazy, nigga. This nigga just said Paul George is one of the flyest niggas in the NBA. I'm done, nigga. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Kyle Kuzma.
Good night. And that was it for Wynter Essentials, episode 5. This nigga DP is tripping. Talk to us. We talk back. See y'all next week.